Temple number 33, Sekkeiji, the Temple of the Snowy Cliff. Though I don't think there's any snow ever around here, so I'm not quite sure how it got its name, the Temple of the Snowy Cliff. It's actually a Zen temple, so perhaps it got it from a koan or some sort of Zen riddle. It was various denominations over the years, but became Zen during the Tokugawa period. Right across from the entrance is a Henro Lodge to spend the night. And as we've seen on several of the temples here in Kochi, right next door is a Shinto Shrine. They got separated out, the two of them. Here's the Shinto Shrine. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars, and here is the Temple of the Snowy Cliff. In the late 1500s, the priest Geppo stopped here, finding the temple deserted. And he spent the night and was awakened by a voice moaning, "Even the water is weary of life." He recognized this as part of a classical poem and realized that there was a ghost who was stuck here because it couldn't remember the whole poem. He quoted the first line of the poem, and the ghost quickly disappeared. Here's the bell with a sign that says "Do not ring," and a chain around it, making sure that you do not ring it. As we've seen with many temples in Shikoku, Motochika Chosokabe burned this to the ground. And after he heard the story of Geppo reciting the poem to the ghost and the ghost disappearing, he immediately had this temple rebuilt. This, of course, is after he had his conversion to Buddhism. It was at that time that this became part of the Rinzai sect of Buddhism. When Chosokabe's son died, his ashes were buried both here and on Mount Koya. And when Chosokabe himself died, the temple was changed to his posthumous name. This temple is historically known as the birthplace of the Tosa school of Confucianism of Nangaku. Here's the Hondo, and here's the Daishido. And if we go through this little passageway here, and we duck and go into the back, we come to a grave. And this is the grave of Chosokabe Motochika's son. So the great temple burner of the Warring States period, his son has a grave back here. I think his name is Nobuchika. So if you are exploring the temples in a little bit of depth, this is the grave of the son of the great temple burner, Chosokabe Motochika. Half his ashes were buried here and half were buried in Koya-san. And there's another building back here that I wouldn't have come to had I not gone through that little passage. It looks like a storehouse. And I think it says it's a storehouse. It must have some, perhaps the prized element of this temple there. Temple number 33, Sekkeiji, the Temple of the Snowy Cliff. It's a Zen temple. It's nowhere near a snowy cliff, but a nice little temple on the outskirts of Kochi. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.